Namaste, angels. It is another morning under a Scorpio moon. And we're going to start with the year 1461 today, August 7th. We're almost to that very special high energy day that could kind of go either way, the energy is that strong and intense. So let's take advantage of this last good day. But you know what? For positive, for some of us, depending upon how Sagittarian energy affects your chart, because this is what's crazy, right? Jupiter is the planet of luck and karma and stuff. 8 is the number of karma. Guess where the moon is going to be? The 8th in Sagittarius, which Jupiter rules. So, yeah. Anyway, let's take advantage of this last day. Maybe a little bit lighter energy, although we might be emotional. It's exactly 12:12 right now. I didn't plan this. It's more of those threes. We're going to start with the year 1461 and the Ming Dynasty, when Chinese military general Chao Qin stages a coup against Tian Shan Emperor. 1714, which is 13 or 4, 11, 11. The Battle of Gangut, the first important victory of Russian Navy during the Great Northern War against Sweden. 1933, the Iraqi government slaughters over 3,000, there's that 3 again, Assyrians in the village of Sumail, or Sumail, Sumail. The day becomes known as Assyrian Martyrs' Day. 1955, Tokyo Telecommunications Engineering, the precursor to Sony, begins selling its first transistor radio in Japan. That was 1955, which is 56 or 11. 1990, the U.S. deploys troops to Saudi Arabia, beginning Operation Desert Shield. Did you know? Possible first performance of Shakespeare's tragedy Macbeth is performed in the Great Hall at Hampton Court Palace for King James I on this day in the year 1606, which is another 13 or 4, 11, 11. Famous birthdays: Elizabeth Bathory, Mata Hari, and Charlize Theron. Would you believe Valais witch trial, Valais, I have to presume is pronounced Valais. Valais witch trial proceedings begin in Valais Canton, Switzerland. It's the first organized witch trial. And the reason I didn't realize that it was an event is because witch and trial are in lowercase. But if the name of it is the Valais witch trial, it should all be capitalized. This place has the worst grammar, this website. Anyway, happened on this day, these first organized witch trials in Switzerland in 1428. Famous weddings: 1869. Inventor Ferdinand von Zeppelin, 31, weds Isabella Freen von Wolf, from the House of Alt-Schwanberg. Names that continue on the next line. 1936, animator William Hanna, 26, weds Violet Blanche Wagatsky, 23. 1954, musician Johnny Cash, 22, master number 22, another 13 or 4, 11, 11, marries his first wife, Vivian Liberto, who was 20 or 11. Famous deaths: Henry IV, Rabindranath Tagore, and Oliver Hardy. Oliver Hardy was fully named Norvell Hardy, and he was a comic actor, best known as one half of Laurel and Hardy, the classic double act that began in the era of silent films and lasted 25 years. He was born on January 18th in 1892, 9/11 or 11. Actually, January 18th is also 19, so together his whole birthday equals 19/11 or 11/19 backwards. He was born in Harlem, but not New York, Harlem, Georgia, USA, and was a Capricorn. He died on August 7th in 1957 at the age of 65 of cerebral thrombosis. Oops. Page disappeared. Okay, it's back. Got it back. Rabindranath Tagore was a poet, Indian, highly influential in introducing the best of Indian culture to the West and vice versa. He is generally regarded as the outstanding creative artist of the modern Indian subcontinent, being highly commemorated in India and Bangladesh, as well as Sri Lanka, Nepal, and Pakistan. In 1913, Tagore became the first non-European to win the Nobel Prize in Literature. He was born on May 7th in 1861 in Kolkata, West Bengal, India, and was a Taurus. He died on August 7th in 1941 at the age of 80. Henry IV was a Holy Roman Emperor from the year 1084, which is another 85 or 13 or 4 or 1111, until his forced abdication in 1105. He was referred to as the King of the Romans and the Holy Roman Emperor. He was the third emperor of the Salian dynasty and one of the most powerful and important figures of the 11th century. His reign was marked by the investiture controversy and papacy and several civil wars over his throne, both in Italy and Germany. He was born on November 11th, 1111, in the year 1050, in Goslar, Kaiserpfaff, and was a Scorpio. He died on August 7th in 1106 at the age of 55. (1111), of course, Armistice Day, Veterans Day. He was the last of the deaths. Famous birthdays: Charlize Theron is an actress. She's South African. She's famous for Monster and Prometheus. She was born on August 7th in 1975 in Benoni, Transvaal, South Africa, and is 44 years old. A rabbit on the Chinese zodiac and a Leo. Mata Hari was fully named Margaretha Gertrudia Zell. She was an exotic dancer, a courtier, and a German spy, but she was Dutch. She was executed by firing squad for spying for Germany during World War I. Her guilt was debated for decades, but German documents unsealed in the 1970s proved that Mata Hari was indeed a German agent. She acquired her stage name Mata Hari, which means Eye of the Day or Sun, in Malay while living in the Dutch East Indies, which is now Indonesia. It was also the Dutch East Indies where she learned the exotic dances that would later make her famous. She was born on August 7th in 1876, which is another 13 or 4, 11, 11. August 7th, of course, is a 6. So together it's a 6, 13, or 19, the whole birthday. She was born in Leeuwarden, Netherlands, and was a Leo. She died on October 15th in 1917, which is 9-9, at the age of 41. The cause of death was execution by firing squad. And lastly, Elizabeth Bathory was fully named Countess Elizabeth Bathory de Essed, the most prolific female serial killer in history. She was Hungarian and a countess from the renowned Bathory family of nobility in the Kingdom of Hungary. She has been labeled the most prolific female serial killer in history. Together with 4 collaborators, she was accused of torturing and killing hundreds of girls between 1585, another 613, which equals 19. 1585 and 1610. That's a long time, yeah. She was born on August 7th, which is 6, in the year 1560, which is 66. So in other words, her birthday is 666. And she was born in Nyírbátor, Hungary, and was a Leo. Told you about that karmic feminine. She died on August 21st in 1614 at the age of 54. Wow. She was the last. We're starting with spin money, email again, and stay in bed. Spirit says sex. Also, again, email. And eat cake. We're starting with the Princess of Spring, speaking of a Sagittarian moon, which is energetic, outgoing, optimistic, and creative. Creative opportunities that you feel passionate about are fluttering your way. Personal growth and broadened horizons will spark fresh and original ideas. The Princess of Spring, is a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. And the day before, it looked like there could have been something going on between two fire signs. Definitely some partnerships, but quite possibly two fire signs. Anyway, opening to Major Arcana card 13, release or death. It's time to release the past and to move on to something new. This ending is the first step on the way to a happier future. Princess of Spring. And Major Arcana card 15, ego or the devil. You may feel that you're trapped in your situation, but that's not true. Be careful not to overly focus on material wealth and to break free of negative thinking. Major Arcana card 15, ego, the devil, represents the sign of Capricorn, or perhaps another earth sign. Here goes the two fire signs again. This one doesn't necessarily look like a couple. It's two feminine energies. Not that that can't be a couple, but, you know, it would be kind of imbalanced. Two females, fine. Two feminine energies, kind of imbalanced. Don't underestimate your ability to manifest your dreams. You may have several priorities vying for your attention at once, but you can do it. The Queen of Spring is talented, brilliant, independent, and charming. Also a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. This could actually be, a parent and child, maybe most specifically a mother and daughter. Or it could be two people, two fire signs. Maybe one is a Sag and one is a Leo or Aries. Or one is more younger or more youthful, and one is a stick in the mud. I don't know. I'm getting something a little weird. I'm not sure what I'm getting. Princess of Spring. And the Seven of Winter, this damn Seven of Winter again. Caution will help you to avoid the loss of valuables, including non-material resources, such as time or peace of mind. Be aware of the results of your actions, as well as what others might be doing behind your back. Princess of Spring. And the Queen of Autumn. Thoughtful, caring, creative, and ingenious. You'll be given advice that's both practical and creative, and it should be followed precisely. Focus only upon the positive in every situation or person. The Queen of Autumn is a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. I think I'll cut there. Again, a lot of characters already showing up. Four of Spring also back. Like to see that. It's time to kick back, to relax, and to celebrate all that you have. Joy arises from success in your career, the completion of a project, or a very happy home life. Speaking of a happy home life, I have happy news. It was from yesterday. No, the day before yesterday, and I forgot to mention it. So remember a couple of weeks ago, I was feeling that somebody's deceased parent was going to visit them and might give them something, leave them something, may have left them something, maybe they didn't know about it. Well, one of you guys, one of my viewers, subscribers, patrons, contacted me yesterday and said that they had learned that sure enough, their earth sign father, I even said earth sign, was most likely. Earth sign father, yes, I also said father was most likely too, indeed left them some sort of pension or life insurance or something. And they had been contacted by the firm that was, that administers it, to send in paperwork and sign papers and stuff so they can, inherit their abundance. I just thought that was wonderful. I hope it happens to more. But, I had definitely been feeling it. It had definitely shown up in that reading that day too. Not necessarily from whom, but I saw potential inheritance that day also. And I also talked about going from like one moment to the next with feeling or, broke, like that you lack abundance, and then the next minute, a scratch off lottery ticket or something, and you're not broke anymore. And I told the story of my friend to whom that had happened, that he had posted his ticket up worth $10,000 on Facebook. So it was just very nice news. Anyway, somebody else can be made to feel that way on this day with the 4 of spring. And that's what I mean, like sometimes something gets initiated, it gets started, and then we don't actually see the evidence of it until later. So if they sent to that letter and they're processing a claim, or not a claim, but they're processing a state, basically, they had to start that, let's say a month ago, 2 months ago. And, probably around the time that I started talking about it. And now it's showing up by her, so that's what I mean. It's a good example of when I say, like, I feel something starting now, but you might not see it until whenever. Boom. There you go. Anyway, our overall energy for the day is 8, the 8 of summer. You feel that there's more to life than what you're living, so it's time to move on. You may be moving from a situation that isn't good for you, or perhaps you're being drawn to what would make you happy. Either way, you're in control. Crowning the masculine on this day, the Ace of Autumn. Boom. You can expect a windfall of abundance, such as money, timely assistance, a serendipitous meeting, or rewarding advice. You may be offered a fabulous new job or a promotion, or the prospect of a profitable business venture or investment. Masculine surrounded by the Prince of Winter. Maybe it comes in very quickly, or some decision is involved that you have to make in this regard, or as a result of a decision that someone else makes or some entity makes, maybe a court makes or something, you get the abundance. Get ready for progress to speed up. This situation requires you to choose logic and intellect over emotion and to make your decisions quickly. The Prince of Winter is decisive, focused, driven, and impulsive. Also a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes, and an indication that a decision must be made. Either we're awaiting one or we have one to make. And it's we don't have much time. Masculine subconscious, the 10 of Autumn. Awesome. Beautiful energy for the masculine on this day. Contentment comes from knowing that your finances are secure and your family's material needs are taken care of. It's important to honor traditions and to have pride in your heritage and the accomplishments of your ancestors. Feminine. Oh God, womp womp. Well, at least it's good so far, so good for the masculine. Focus only upon the fact that God loves you and always has the highest of intentions for you. A positive outlook makes it easier to recover from life's little difficulties so that you can move onward and upward. So maybe something has you, a little melancholy or disappointed or, feeling lost or something, emotional about loss. But the universe is asking you to pick up your spirits, to remember all the stuff that you do have, and to be thankful and conscious of your blessings, an attitude of gratitude, count your blessings. Feminine surrounded by blessings. See, the 4 of spring. It's time to kick back, to relax, and to celebrate all that you have. Joy arises from success in your career, the completion of a project, and a very happy home life. Feminine subconscious. The King of Summer, warm-hearted, devoted, loving, and faithful. A trustworthy person or relationship enters your life. You may receive wise and compassionate advice from someone, if so they speak directly from the heart, like they are genuine. Crowning, more of this feeling of loss. The Five of Autumn, womp womp, focusing upon the negative or worrying about money or your career, even crappy relationships in the past and all that stuff. Well, they should list several more things on here because all of those things can block your progress. Because your trust and faith are at a low point right now, this is talking to you, feminine. It's not the best time to start something new, like a new business or to become self-employed, maybe even a new relationship. Or like until you get out of a funk and stop expecting negativity, expecting lack, expecting void in your life, and look at the fact that you have abundance surrounding you. Just, try to find your peace again before you try to bring something new into your life. Foundation, the 10 of summer. It's time to express your love and appreciation for family, be it relatives or chosen family of close friends. Congratulations may be in order on a happy, fulfilling marriage, as well as raising happy and balanced children. We may have learned that somebody, maybe that we were involved with or before or something, is married or, has a relationship. Maybe we didn't expect them to have a relationship. Maybe we were with them and we moved on and we didn't expect them to have a relationship so quickly or something. I'm getting something, like I said, weird. Let's see. The heart of the matter. Major Arcana card 17, the Star. So dreams coming true, but again, we're not counting our blessings here with the feminine. So we're like stuck in the past and worrying about some past situation. Like I said, that's one example. Everyone's not going to have that example in their life, but that's one example. Like a relationship that's no more. Like we're worried about what they're doing, and we're not even together anymore. Meanwhile, we have stuff going for us, happening for us in our lives that's positive, and we're busy focused on this. Like, cut it out. Major Arcana card 17, which is another 8, represents the planet Uranus and the sign of Aquarius, which Uranus rules. All about prayers being answered, wishes being granted, dreams coming true. Also about communication, right? And sitting here next to the Prince of Winter, it can be a communication on which we've been waiting. Communication, something we've been wanting to hear, especially the masculine. He's been wanting to hear this, been wanting this news, been waiting for this check, been waiting for this, notice about when he can collect or whatever. So why feminine is the 5 of summer here? The Empress. Like I said, some of us may have a mate that's, maybe they even moved in, not just a relationship, maybe they moved in with somebody new already, somebody very beautiful. Maybe we're jealous, or envious in that way. A Taurus, Libra, or Gemini. Time to hop into action. Use your natural creativity to bring forth prosperity and success in your life. So that would be some kind of party of 3. Or you may feel like we lost someone or something to this person. Very attractive. For others, this is positive, and it is saying, listen, you're not, this is an illusion. This lack that you're feeling, it's an illusion. It's Neptune, it's Pisces that's confusing you, that's making you think that and making you try to forget what you have here, perhaps so you can fall in, the dark tries to bring us down. I talked about this all week with the videos that I put up over the weekend. Tries to bring us down, tries to, mess up our mindset, our head, and, have us lower our vibration so that we can start manifesting negativity. You are in a position to lift yourself out of this melancholy and to manifest abundance instead, to even create it, to co-create it. Maybe somebody's having a baby. You can find out about that too. Somebody's having a baby, or they just had a baby that you had been involved with. For others of us, it's a good time, again, on a more positive note, for us to get pregnant if we've been wanting to try. And some of us maybe even be learning that we are. Maybe in the past we weren't. We wanted to be, but now we are. This dream come true. Why is the 5 of Autumn here? Major Arcana card 4, the Father. So like I was saying, I felt somebody's mate, old mate, may be having a child or something with a marriage or a child. I just see something with another party. And but it's old, so it's us like being concerned about this relationship that's no more anyway. Again, there keeps being more positive notes too. On a more positive note, we do have, this very karmic energy of the Emperor and the Empress together, and that is like a married couple. So on a positive note, somebody could be getting married or moving in together, creating a family, starting a family, finding out they're pregnant. And on a not so positive note, this could be a relationship that has ended. And we're not realizing how positive that is too, because it was, going nowhere fast. It was toxic. Major Arcana card 4, the Emperor. It tends to represent a married man for me. A married man, or like, the marrying kind, marriage material, a divorcee, a widower, an older gentleman, somebody that is mature and, sort of together, like they work, they're professional, or they're respected, or, all of the above, all of that. He's also quite possibly a Scorpio, right? Somebody ruled by Mars, a Scorpio, or an Aries. An Aries, and we did see the fire signs again, the 2 fire signs, the Queen and the Princess of Fire. So that's quite possible. Fire involved. Structure and organization are important right now. Don't be afraid to take on a leadership role, as you have much wisdom to offer. Also, maybe somebody who had been involved with some sort of struggle before, maybe with a corporation, a larger entity than themselves, or a more powerful person than themselves, now finally winning. Could have something to do with a home. So maybe like a problem with a roommate, a landlord, or something. And that is being worked out now positively. A lot of stuff today. Like I said, maybe it's what I said in the beginning, in preparation for the following day after this, 8/8. The Empress again represents the planet Venus, ruler of Libra, Taurus, and Gemini. So Libra, Taurus, and Gemini, Scorpio, and Aries. Here's more air. So Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius all on the table, with the Prince of Winter also. Could definitely be an air sign in the mix in some of this stuff. Having had some problem with, again, like a roommate, or maybe a partner you live with. And could be family too, family you live with. There was some bullshit involved, and maybe again, maybe like I said, maybe now you're getting your own money or something, and soon you'll be able to leave that situation or provide for yourself, or that, I just feel jealousy, and could be them jealous of you also. I hope I made sense, because I'm just getting so much stuff, like a lot is going on here. Maybe I'll pull more clarifiers too. But further advice for now to the masculine, the King of Spring. Here goes this fire sign again. The King of Spring is inspiring, dramatic, ambitious, and wise. Could be very well in Aries, but also Leo or Sagittarius too. Now's your moment to step up into a leadership role. This is you. Like I said, you had been maybe down and out, feeling lack, up against some larger entity to yourself, but you're winning now. Could have something to do with a job also, especially for the masculine. With this money and with the Emperor, he could be representative of a boss. Maybe you're being made a boss. You have to are you going to take the job or not? This is the decision. Now's your moment to step up into a leadership role. Don't back away from the spotlight, as your plans will be successful as long as you stay focused upon the big picture. In a relationship, too, this could be you stepping into a leadership role, and certainly in a family, like you're ready to be a father, that sort of thing. And for the feminine, like I said, it could be a Scorpio, too, involved. Major Arcana card 13, release or death, does represent the sign of Scorpio. It's time to release the past. Yeah, I told you. I was really getting stuck here with these 2 5s in this situation from the past. Let it go. Let it go. There's so much more, like available for you and at stake for you, ahead for you, in your future, like in your life. So much more good. Let whatever that is go. It's time to release the past and to move on to something new. This ending is the first step on the way to a happier future. All right. Take one more clarifier for the Emperor. And this is just for the few other people that I feel something is just still weird that I don't feel I've necessarily explained. The Chariot. I told you I did feel that you were winning, at least, though. And maybe moving. Maybe physically moving away. Or you have moved away already from this relationship that was bad. Or on a more positive note, maybe somebody is moving in together or getting married and moving in together. You can successfully balance various or opposing energies all at once through determination and focus. You've earned the rewards and the recognition that you're receiving. Masculine for you, again, this can be something at work, or it could be in your relationships too, but there is abundance here in connection to a decision and in your favor. This is winning. It can involve even a car or transportation, travel, moving also. And one more for the Empress. Major Arcana card 10, the Wheel. I guess it doesn't matter if I don't know exactly what's going on here. The gist of it is, in the past, shit sucked, and now it doesn't. Now it doesn't. Even if you think it does because you're trying to hold on to some old situation, or, you're feeling nostalgic about some old situation that was toxic. Leave it, let it be. Major Arcana card 10, the Wheel, represents the sign of Sagittarius. So this could be, again, connected to the fire energy that we've been seeing and the multiple fire signs, characters that have been showing up in the cards. Expect a sudden positive change. Yes, it was shitty. It does not have to stay like that. It can suddenly be good if you're willing to let go of your shitty energy too. You can now move forward and make great progress in your life. Major Arcana card 10, the Wheel, represents the planet Jupiter, ruler of the sign of Sagittarius, also connected to the fixed signs like Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the daily. I will be back on Friday. Wow, the week is done. Namaste.